deep in East London with Taylor Bevan. How you doing?
Very well, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. I saw you hiding in the background.
Kevin scouted me out.
Yeah. I've got good eyesight. Not is this not the best part of the whole camp thing
This
for you?
is the worst part of the week, to be honest, doing all the media stuff. But like you said, got to stay up with the times, keep up with the times, and put yourself out there a bit. But
it's true. And also, listen, I know you're from the amateur scene, but just for my audience that may not know you, living under a rock, just tell people a little bit about yourself. I know you had a massive GB career, great amateur career.
Yeah.
Just share a few of your accolades and your best moments.
Started boxing about 12 years old, so I've been doing it about 12 years. Got onto the Welsh full-time programme, went to the Commonwealth Games for Wales, got a silver medal there. Shortly after that, I got on the GB programme with aspirations to go to the Olympics. Went to a couple of qualifiers, didn't manage to qualify. Had about 100 amateur fights altogether, many of those internationals, won numerous medals at international tournaments and things, and then turned pro November last year, and this is my sixth fight coming up this week.
Sixth fight coming up. You kind of glazed over it there because you were a little bit special, to be fair, and it sounds like you're kind of underplaying because listen, I've been hearing a lot about you on the pro scene. You're still in your learning fights and everything, but Eddie Hearn has apparently said that he'd like to fast track you, but knows that he has to kind of put you through the 4, 6, 8 onwards. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I feel very lucky to be part of such a brilliant organisation such as Matchroom and promoter. To have someone like Eddie Hearn say such kind words about me makes you feel very privileged, and gives me belief in myself, to be honest. And like you said, it is a process. So this is my first 8-rounder this Friday. So far I haven't gone past 3, but like you said, there's step-ups in the opponent each time. Hopefully this Friday will be another little test and you'll see the best version of me so far.
You giggled then. Is it a case of like, oh my gosh, that's sounds like a lot more rounds, or is it just a case of you're so experienced because you're on the GB team that it's just another day at the office?
It is just another day at the office, but I think with GB it gave me exposure to lots of different styles rather than the rounds. Like, I'm only boxing 2 more rounds, although I haven't been the 6 rounds yet. I do it in training every single day and loads of sparring. I've done the 8 rounds in sparring, so I've got all the faith that I can do that and box at a very high pace. I think because I only did turn pro last year, I'm still adjusting to that sort of pro pace, and I do need to slow things down a little bit because I can box 8 rounds at a super high pace, but once you start going to 12, you can't do it really. So I think once I start settling into fights and picking my shots and being a bit more cunning about things, then you'll see the best me. I'm just learning every fight. And
that's basically where it comes from, isn't it? Taking your time, getting those bouts under your belt, because like you say, you've got the experience and everything. But is there also a mindset change as well for that? Okay, I'm fast paced, and then now I've got to completely kind of switch my brain and start pacing my way through the fights. Have you found that easy or hard to do?
Found it quite hard to do so far, because I've had 5 fights and I've always come out at quite a high pace, but I'd rather be able to do that high pace and then drop down than be someone that boxes too low and then not be able to get myself up for it. But it's all about picking the points in the fight to go through the gears, and it's just that experience of knowing when to do that, when you've got your opponent hurt or when you feel they're fading a little bit, going through the gears. But up until that point, being nice and composed, taking my time, and that's something that I'm getting better and better at doing. But every fight I'm learning, every camp I'm learning. Take my time, but like, I want to stay active. I've been boxing every couple of months so far this year, so that's been perfect for me. I've had great momentum, and I can't thank Matchroom boxing enough for doing that for me.
I mean, to be fair, you're used to kind of being out regularly, and so in that respect, it's kind of like, you know, it fits your style,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I did hear, though, that the last time you were out, even though for the people tuning in, you're blasting people out, you're looking good whilst doing it, and yet you were still slightly frustrated the last time, which makes me laugh. What was frustrating you so much?
I'm always very critical of myself. I've been my whole boxing career, even in the amateurs, I'd have a good performance and come out there and feel disappointed with myself. I think that's just perspective, and when I watch fights back, I am more pleased with things than when I'm in there. I'm just always critical and in my head quite a lot, but I think I'm never happy because I'm always wanting to be better, and I think to be the best, you've got to always be striving to be better. I think when you box and have a good performance, if you just accept that and think, oh, I'm there now, you're not going to want to come back in the gym and improve on things. And sometimes I'm probably too harsh on myself, but I think in the long run it will pay off because I'm always striving to be better, like I said.
Yeah, I like to hear that as well, especially as, you know, you're getting the praise, and sometimes that can kind of, I don't know, make you rest on your laurels a little bit, but it's nice to hear that you...
I don't think I'm someone that listens too much to praise outside the ring. Like, it's nice to hear and it's encouraging, but once I've seen it myself, you won't change my mind. If I don't think it's a good performance, you won't change my mind on that.
I actually like to hear that. And you've got a brother as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
And he's an athlete as well.
Yeah.
Plays football at high level.
Yeah.
Not that I know loads about football, but apparently he plays at a really high level. So, did you ever play football at all?
Yeah, I played football when I was younger. Like most kids, do as many sports as you can. Your parents encourage you to try as many as you can just to see what you like. I did a bit of athletics, football, boxing. Athletics was the first thing that I stopped doing because I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. I just ended up doing it. Really enjoyed football, but it just got to the point where it was football or boxing, and boxing, I just love it, so that was the one for me.
Has it helped with your footwork though? The dribbling, apparently that's a thing.
I wasn't very skillful in football, so probably no.
Oh, was you not?
No, I was more sort of, I boxed at the same time, so I was always fit and strong, and that was my thing really. I'd just keep going for the whole match, and I didn't even go to the training very much. I'd just turn up for the games and always put 100% in, so no, I can't say it helped my footwork. If I was to do dance or something like that, like Lomachenko when he was younger, maybe that would have helped, but yeah, I've got good footwork, but that's come from boxing and training.
From boxing. And obviously having a sibling that is an athlete and is at a high level athlete, I'm guessing, especially as you're both boys, or men I should say, young men, there must be a bit of a sibling rivalry. But does that help in some respects as well? Stop you taking your foot off the gas, and him vice versa? You know, when you feel like, let me just chill a little bit, he's there in the background training hard.
I don't really feel that with him, to be honest. I don't feel like there is a rivalry. It's more, I want to see him do well. I want to see him do better than me, or as well as me. We're both striving to be the best in our individual sports, and I want him to do well. And watching him succeed in his sport inspires me to push myself in my sport. It's more that sort of mindset of things rather than competing against each other.
Nice, I like it. And just lastly, what does it mean to you to be in or fighting Friday night at the iconic York Hall in London? I know it's a small hall, I know you've been on bigger shows, but what does it mean to you?
No, it's brilliant. I can't wait, to be honest. I've heard great things about the atmosphere in here. My support always make loads of noise, so I'm really happy to be boxing here. Like you said, it's such an iconic venue, and one to tick off the list and say that I've boxed that.
I'm looking forward to seeing you out on Friday night. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.